Making headlines tonight. Prime Minister Hun Sen, the president of the Cambodian People Party, has told the party members across the country to continue maintaining the good work of the CPP and to maintain the strength of the party to continue the support of the people. A Russian rocket hit a primary school in the centre of Kharkiv in early morning hours of Monday the 27th of June, causing no casualties, while Ukrainian city of Kalankanchak took 2 missiles slammed into the crowd shopping centre, killing at least 10 people and wounding 40. And finally, the whole world is celebrating Pride Month this June, and Cambodia is no exception. This year's Pride Feast, held at Friends Futures Factory, hosted a Mr. Pride pageant and a tuk-tuk race and many performances from both drag queens and mainstream artists, before closing the night with DJ Shaman. This is the Daily Roundup on EAC News Channel. A very good evening to you. I'm Anthony Ellis. Prime Minister Hun Sen, the president of the Cambodian People Party, has told the party members across the country to continue maintaining the good work of the CPP and to maintain the strength of the party to continue getting the support of the people. EAC News reporter Darshana Guchin has more.
Addressing thousands of party members on the 71st anniversary of the establishment of the CPP, party president Hun Sen said that for 71 years, the party has been with and protecting the people, a protection which will continue in the future. He told all party officials to maintain unity, make the party stronger, and continue to collect support from the people. Starting from the struggle against the colonial regime, the CPP helped Cambodia end the genocidal regime of Pol Pot and led the country from the ruins of war to the vast amount of development present today. The CPP is currently led by its president, Prime Minister Hun Sen, and 4 vice presidents, Deputy Prime Minister Saw King, Senate President Sai Chum, Deputy Prime Minister Thia Ban, and Deputy Prime Minister Men Samon, with National Assembly President Heng Samrin as honorary president. The CPP Central Committee has 865 members. Darshana Gauchen, EAC News.
The president of the Cambodian People Party, Prime Minister Hun Sen, has said that all the achievements of the party has made so far for the nation over the past 43 years have come as a result of the party being politically correct, having the support of the people, having a strong structure as well as vigorous and capable human resources, strong solidarity and internal unity, and the right of working. EAC News reporter Dekanin has the story.
Addressing thousands of party members on the 71st anniversary of the establishment of the CPP, Party President Hun Sen said that achieving high and sustainable economic growth over the past 2 decades has moved Cambodia from a low-income country to a low-middle-income country, and is striving to achieve its vision of becoming a high-middle-income country by 2030. He said poverty in the country has been gradually reduced and living standards are improving, along with better security and order, with democracy firmly rooted in Cambodian society. He continued that Cambodia participates equally in international affairs, both regional and global, and the Cambodian people now are living in harmony with hope and opportunity available for everyone, especially the younger generation.
សន្តិភាពដែលសម្រេចបានយ៉ាងលំបាកបំផុតដោយខ្មែរខ្លួនឯងនេះនិងសមិទ្ធផលដ៏ធំធេងនៃការស្ដារកសាងនិងអភិវឌ្ឍជាតិបានបញ្ជាក់ច្បាស់នៅសច្ចធម៌មួយគឺខ្មែរអាចធ្វើបាននៅអ្វីៗគ្រប់យ៉ាងហើយតែយើងមានសាមគ្គីភាពមានភាពជឿជាក់លើបុព្វហេតុរបស់ខ្លួនហើយរួមគ្នាដើរទៅមុខលើវិថីដ៏ត្រឹមត្រូវមួយប៉ុន្តែដំណើរទៅមុខទៀតយើងក៏មិនត្រូវភ្លេចនៅសោកនាដកម្មការបែកបាក់ព្រាត់ប្រាសនិងការបាត់បង់ដ៏ធំធេងដែលប្រជាជាតិយើងបានជួបប្រទះពីអតីតកាលនោះឡើយលើមូលដ្ឋាននេះយើងត្រូវរួបរวมគ្នាក្នុងធ្លុងសាមគ្គីជាតិតែមួយដើម្បីរក្សាឲ្យបាននូវសមិទ្ធផលធំធំដែលយើងសម្រេចបានមកដោយលំបាកបំផុតដោយមិនត្រូវភ្លេចខ្លួនដោយជន់ដានប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដ៏ខ្មៅងងឹតនោះដោយចេតនាឬអចេតនាក្តី
He advised the party committees and officials at all levels to increase their efforts to perform their duties well, especially to implement the party's principles and approaches to make the party remain strong politically, emotionally, and organizationally. Currently, the CPP is led by Prime Minister Hun Sen as the president and has 4 vice presidents: Deputy Prime Minister So Keng, Senate President Sai Chom, Deputy Prime Minister Tiep Banh, and Deputy Prime Minister Mai Som-on. National Assembly President Heng Somrin is also the party's honorary president. The CPP Central Committee currently has 865 members. Dekanin EAC News.
If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of our platforms and channels. The EAC News app, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website www.eacnews.asia. Join me and the rest of the EAC News team every day on your favorite channels. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
Russian rocket hit a primary school in the center of Kharkiv in early morning hours of Monday, the 27th of June, causing no casualties, while in Ukraine's city of Kremenchuk, 2 Russian missiles slammed into a crowded shopping center, killing at least 10 people and wounding 40, senior Ukraine officials said.
The school has been badly damaged, Olena Fomichova, the school's director, said after inspecting the damage. We will do our best to enable our children to come back to school, be it online or offline, but we will make sure they do not lose out, she said. Russian forces renewed shelling of Kharkiv and surrounding countryside in what Kyiv says is a bid to force Ukraine to pull resources from the main battlefield in Donbas to protect civilians from attack. The strikes that began on Tuesday were the worst for weeks in an area where normal life had been returning since Ukraine pushed Moscow's forces back in May. Kharkiv suffered heavy bombardment from the very start of the Russian invasion on February 24th, which left much of the country's city of 1.5 million a wasteland of ruined buildings and debris. Russian shelling of the city of Kharkiv in northeast Ukraine killed 5 people and wounded 22 on Monday, including 5 children, the regional governor said. Trails of blood and bodies were seen on the grounds of a residential area in a central Kharkiv district after a Russian artillery strike. There was no immediate comment from Russia, which denies targeting civilians. Residents and family members of some of the wounded described explosions that rocked the buildings. A 12-year-old boy, Gleb Bondarenko, was wounded in various parts of his body and was treated by emergency services that arrived at the scene following the attack. Evgeny Vasilenko, press spokesman for Kharkiv Emergency Services, said Russian bombs hit a children's playground and buildings in a residential area of Novy Budinki district. He said Smerch, a 300mm multiple launch system, was used by the Russian to fire the artillery. Remains of a 220mm Uragan rocket were seen in a different district of central Kharkiv. Emergency crews in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kremenchuk were working on Monday to contain fire after a shopping center was hit by what Ukrainian officials say was a Russian missile strike. Firefighters and rescue workers were clearing rubble and putting out what remained of the flames, which had engulfed the crowded shopping mall. At least 10 people were killed after 2 Russian missiles hit the mall, Regional Governor Dmitry Lunin said. Lunin, the governor of Poltava region, told reporters that 40 others had been wounded.
Russian Medvedev says any NATO encroachment on the Crimea could lead to a World War III, as NATO boosts troops on a high alert from 40,000 to 300,000.
Any encroachment on the Crimea Peninsula by a NATO member state could amount to a declaration of war on Russia, which could lead to World War III, Russia's former president Dmitry Medvedev was quoted as saying on Monday. For us, Crimea is part of Russia, and that means forever. Any attempt to encroach on Crimea is a declaration of war against our country, Medvedev told the news website Documentary Facti. And if this is done by a NATO member state, this means conflict with the entire North Atlantic Alliance, a World War III, a complete catastrophe. Medvedev, now deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, also said that if Finland and Sweden joined NATO, Russia would strengthen its borders and would be ready for retaliation steps, and that could include the prospect of installing Iskander hypersonic missiles on their threshold. NATO will boost the number of troops on high alert by more than 7-fold to over 300,000, the Secretary General said on Monday as allies prepare to adopt a new strategy describing Moscow as a direct threat 4 months into the Ukraine war. Russia's February invasion of Ukraine has sparked a major geopolitical shift in the West, prompting once neutral countries, Finland and Sweden, to apply to join NATO and Ukraine to secure the status of candidate to join the European Union. Russia has walked away from the partnership and the dialogue that NATO has tried to establish with Russia for many years. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said in Brussels ahead of a NATO summit later this week in Madrid. They have chosen confrontation instead of dialogue. We regret that, but of course, then we need to respond to that reality, he told reporters. The June 28th to 30th of NATO summit comes at a pivotal moment for the alliance after failures in Afghanistan and internal discord during the era of former US President Donald Trump, who threatened to pull Washington out of the alliance. Stoltenberg said NATO in future would have well over 300,000 troops on high alert compared to 40,000 troops that currently make up the alliance's existing Quick Reaction Force, the NATO Response Force. The new force model is meant to replace the NRF and provide a larger pool of high-readiness forces across domains, land, sea, air, and cyber, which will be reassigned to specific plans for the defense of allies, a NATO official said. Stoltenberg said NATO combat units on the alliance's eastern flank nearest Russia, especially the Baltic states, are to be boosted to brigade level, with thousands of pre-assigned troops on standby in countries further west like Germany as rapid reinforcements. Together, this constitutes the biggest overhaul of our collective deterrence and defense since the Cold War, he said. The NATO official who spoke on a condition of anonymity said the moves will enable NATO to respond with more forces at short notice should the need arise. The official added that the precise scale and composition of the force was still being worked on and that the transition was planned for completion in 2023. At the summit, NATO will also change its language on Russia from the current wording enshrined at its Lisbon summit in 2010, describing Moscow as a strategic partner. I expect the allies will state clearly that Russia poses a direct threat to our security, to our values, to the rules-based international order, Stoltenberg said. At the same time, Stoltenberg dampened hope for a breakthrough at the summit to overcome Turkey's opposition to the membership bids of Sweden and Finland. I will not make any promises or speculate about any specific timelines. The summit has never been a deadline, said Stoltenberg, who is scheduled to meet the leaders of all 3 countries in Madrid on Tuesday.
Tomorrow on Wednesday, the 29th of June, a blood donation drive is being held at Aeon 1 in Phnom Penh for Japan Hearts Children's Medical Centre to support treatment of cancer for children. The medical centre is in great need of blood for the pediatric cancer patients and the Blood of Kindness campaign. Started by local youth in cooperation with the centre, is working to raise awareness about the importance of giving blood in Cambodia. Some of the requirements for giving blood include having a good health condition, being between the ages of 18 and 60, having a weight of 45 kilograms or more, having a 21-day gap since your last COVID-19 vaccine, and having no alcohol for 12 hours before donating blood. Come on, support the good cause and donate blood tomorrow at the Lively Palace Events area in AL1 near H&M store from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For more information on full eligibility requirements and the blood drive being held tomorrow, join the Blood of Kindness Telegram channel or visit Local for Local's Facebook page. And finally, the whole world is celebrating Pride Month this June, and Cambodia has no exception. This year's Pride Feast held at Friends Futures Factory hosted a Mr. Pride pageant, a tuk-tuk race, and many other performances from both drag queens and mainstream artists, before closing the night with DJ Shaman. EAC News attended this year's Pride Feast on 18th of June to join in all the celebrations.
Colorful decorations and pop-up stores selling unique specialty items such as hand-designed helmets, wearable wings, Cambodian comics, and much more were spread across the Friends Futures Factory's venue for Pride Fest. The Pride celebration was welcoming to all, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, age, race, or religion. People from all walks of life joined in on the festivities, which began with a tuk-tuk race from Factory Phnom Penh, featuring decorations and colorful costumes, and finished at Friends Futures Factory. The winners for the race was announced later that night. Alice, the fundraising and partnership officer at Friends International, said that it has been an honor and pleasure for Friends International to host this event as they love to foster creativity and champion inclusivity.
These kind of events are really here to promote acceptance, tolerance, creativity. We are trying to go outside the box, and it's really important for an organization like Friends.
Alex Duffy was the master of the ceremony who kept the stage performances moving smoothly forward. The contestants of the Mr. Pride pageant started with a swimsuit walk before changing to formal wear. While the contestants changed, artists Felix and Ting Tong performed both original and cover songs, which was followed by a special circus performance by Sopanam. After the announcement of the top 3 contestants, drag queen Rebecca came out to give a lip-sync performance, and the top 3 did their final walk. Miss Universe 2021 LGBTQ+ ally and advocate Madadi Nguyen joined the pageant as a judge and crowned Vanut Sol as Mr. Pride as a representative for standing against discrimination regardless of who they are and who they love. Mui Chom Fashion Show showed off their collection of flowery, flowy, and crochet outfits. Artists Seng Hua, Machan Panya, and Sam Rocker performed their sets after representatives from I Accept and Kanya Cambodia took the stage to talk about their organizations that work to raise awareness of sexual health and accepting people as they are. Prom Sudun Ok and Nati Rajasa took the stage to perform Robam Pka Mia Pka Pra and Soparot on vocals performing Love Adrift live. Soon after, Jenny, Nikki, and Senora debuted their new song, which is set to come out later this year. Ting Tong, Hieng, and Felix performed the original song I Am Me and More. Kesaw performed her songs with special guests including Peace Chong, Yari, and Cha Cha. Siu Ming, a festival goer who sells tires, heard about this event from his friend. He said he wanted to celebrate Pride because he believes it is important to support LGBTQ+ events because it helps people to come out and know that they are not alone. His favorite moment from the event was Kesaw's performance of Me, You and Us featuring Yari and Cha Cha.
The song was so inspiring that people should hear it, and it's not just me, like it's every gender, not just for something specific, like it's for the gay, lesbian, transgender, or straight, whatever who you are, that you should be proud of yourself, like doing the thing that you want.
Drag queens such as Miga Diva, JC Queen, Rebecca, Vanilla Versace, and Jasmine took the stage with high-energy performances. Despite the rain, the crowd stayed put to support the artist. The final performance was given by Rebecca and later joined by the Queens, an emotional autobiographical song about how she was kicked out of her home but found a family with the Queens. Prohanek Bongna and the rest of the organizers took the stage to make speeches before the party with DJ Shaman commenced. Miga Diva, who recently won Miss Equality Cambodia 2022 to 2023, has been working as a drag queen since 2012 at Blue Chili. Miga Diva is known for their Lady Gaga impersonation because the singer inspired them to show their true self to the world as well as their potential to develop the society.
At least I would like to say thank you so much everyone who be brave of who you are and being of who you are and standing and show off your talent until today that we are fighting and show off our talent to the community and show that we are qualified. I am Igadiva, your Miss Equality Cambodia 2022. I want to say that LGBTQ is qualified.
Rohnik, one of the organizers for this event and one of the founders of I Am What I Am, said he almost gave up on a lot of things, including organizing this event, but with the encouragement of Bang Na, he found himself becoming emotional over the love present at the event and said he hopes people will continue to be who they are.
I got really emotional, like you can see I'm still crying from everything back there, but it's incredible. It's something that I almost, like, I did actually kind of give up on that, and my friend Bang Na, he inspired me and like he do something and I cannot say no to that. And somehow in point in life, we all always have that down certain times that we feel like we want to give up everything, and that's what I had. I almost gave up a lot of things, and this is one of them. And I didn't really actually think that I could make it again and pull it through like this. I don't care who they are, just be who they are. You don't need to come out to be a part of this. As long as you stay true to who you are and stay true to your goal, because everybody is worth it.
Bang Na, one of the organizers, said that it was definitely difficult to plan and find sponsors in just 3 weeks, but the team put it off and found many to help support the event. He said he felt so blessed, especially since this is the biggest Pride celebration to date to be held in Cambodia in a public open space instead of a bar or club, and he plans to make the event even bigger next year.
But they've been helping me a lot, otherwise this event wouldn't happen. I asked them a little bit and they say yes right away. Yeah, some of them even go beyond what I'm asking for. So I'm so happy and thank you all for that. And just look at in the back. I was like hoping not to, there's no rain, but the rain is coming. But even with the rain, people are still here. People are still dancing in the rain. And this is what Pride is all about. I'm so excited that everyone came out and then show them who they really are and show the world that we are here. Next year, I will plan to make it a bigger one. And for those people who didn't come out this year, please come out next year. And yeah, we need to show Cambodia that we deserve to be happy. We deserve to be loved, just like everyone else.
Phnom Penh's Pride Fest is about self-affirmation, dignity, equality, and increasing visibility of the LGBTQ+ community to allow everyone to live their truth loud and proud. Everyone deserves to be loved and know that they are worth it. Nekanin, EAC News.
Thank you for watching the Daily Roundup here on EAC News Channel. For more breaking news and updates, check our website, eacnews.asia, or search EAC News on Telegram, Smart TV, or your favourite app store. More from the EAC News team tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We'll see you then.